a beautiful morning. Probably see in the background. Well, we got to the little Jimmy spring last night and got our water and went on to the little Jimmy Trail campground, and it was nice. Well, we were really wiped out, and so we decided to stay there. But I didn't really video much of anything. I did not feel really well at all last night. I was up a whole bunch, and you know, I think everything's all right, but didn't get a lot of sleep. So I'm going through a little snow here, trying not to fall. And anyway, yeah, so I didn't video much of anything, but we didn't do much. We just got in, sat down, had dinner. It was nice to be able to sit at a picnic table, and went to sleep. And then, like I said, I was up quite a bit, but anyway, we're off today. I think maybe I'm doing a little better, and we'll see what the day holds. So for the past 15 minutes maybe or so, we've been walking through fields of this poodle dog bush, which is super poisonous, kind of like poison ivy. And I guess similarly, some people aren't really affected by it. That's some right there. But I mean, it's fields of it, which we've never seen. We've only just seen a few plants here and there. It smells really pungent. And I guess for some people, it's quite severe, you know, much more than poison ivy. But there's just fields of it here. It's all over here, and there's some right there. There's some right there. So anyway, we're just taking it slow and being super careful to not let any of it, even the dry branches, touch us. Hopefully we've been successful. Tiger Lily just said she thinks this is beautiful, but it's not really. Yeah, this ain't nothing compared to Oklahoma, baby. I hear water. This is the most amazing little area. All the color in the water. Wow. Well, we're not getting anywhere very fast because it's so beautiful in here. We just can't stop taking pictures. So we've crossed over to the other side. we were over there, all along there for quite a while, and back behind. Well, we've had a good day so far. It's been a hot one, but we got started early and had some fun. We had a big portion of the trail we kind of had to do a little kind of bushwhacking through and just figuring it out. It was interesting, and now we're on the last stretch. We didn't get that many miles done early today. We only had 10 miles by like 12:30 or something, then we stopped for lunch. So 10 miles by about 1:15 or something like that. So we're hiking a little later. Hopefully we'll be able to get 17 or so in today. Probably get into camp around maybe 6 or 6:30. It's time to eat, set things up, and go to bed. Been a lot of climbing today. I'm still climbing right now. We are at the 400-mile mark on the PCT. Woo! Another 1.5 miles. We'll get some water and find a place to stay for the night. We spent the night over in that area, and we're up having a good morning. And these are really funky. Stayed by a little stream. You can see the sun's coming up. We had ideas of getting up about a half hour early today, and then that changed to 15 minutes early, and then I was slacking. I didn't get up till normal time. Well, maybe tomorrow I'll do better. Hey, we just came out of the woods and here's this trailer sitting here with some guy yelling at us to come get some pecan pancakes. And it was Papa Bear, who we met down in Campo, the camp, Cleve Camp. Yep. And so anyway, yeah, he's just here doing some trail magic for hikers this morning before going down to the Christian camp. So anyway, thank you so much. It was great to meet you again. And hey, we got Houdini here too. Just stopped in for some coffee.
Coffee.
And I think everybody knows Tiger Lily by now. All right, we're getting back on the trail. Okay, so I know a lot of you know about trail magic, but for those of you who don't, occasionally someone, and it's usually, almost always, somebody who has hiked the trail in the past. So on the AT, there were people that would do this same thing that had hiked on the AT. And so occasionally somebody who's hiked it in the past will come out and just set up somewhere kind of randomly and do some kind of trail magic. Sometimes they'll just have, you know, a bunch of little Debbies and some Cokes or whatever. Sometimes they'll set up and they'll cook stuff. And this guy just had his trailer and he making pecan pancakes and coffee for anybody that wants it. So come walking out of the woods and there he is. If you have time and you want to take the time, just sit around and banter with him a little bit and eat some pancakes. So that's fantastic, and we really thank him for that. And now we've got a bunch of energy. That was those pecan pancakes were a lot better than the breakfast that we had already. So we're feeling good, and we're gonna have a great day. Take it easy and just make some miles. There's a nice cool breeze. We know the heat's coming. So we're gonna enjoy this cool breeze while we can. And these beautiful yellow flowers. I wanted to mention that Papa Bear, who made us the pancakes earlier, he works with this couple that runs the South Terminus shuttle, and it's just a little company that for whatever it is, 75 bucks, whatever, they'll pick you up near the airport and shuttle you to Campo, California, where you can get some supplies, and that's just a couple miles north of the southern terminus, down by Mexico. And then they take you down to their Cleef camp, where Papa Bear works, and you stay the night down there, and then you can get up in the morning and start your hike. And it's a pretty cool deal. They provide breakfast for you, and there's a place to tent, and they give you this big talk, and Papa Bear is a part of it. It's like a kind of a safety thing, and let you know what to expect and how to handle the heat if you've never hiked in the desert. And for some people it's not necessary, for some people it is. And so Papa Bear was talking to us about said he's trying to get this saying to catch on, which is catch up and camel up. And I thought I would just explain that to you quickly. When you're out here, you're carrying water, obviously, all the time, and water's super heavy, one of the heaviest things you're carrying. And so you're trying to carry the least amount possible. And so, if there's a water source up ahead, and it's good, 100%, then, when you fill up prior to that water source, you will, just get a little less than what you need. You might run out 30 minutes before you get there, or whatever, and it's okay. You're kind of trying to play that game, so you don't have to carry more water than you need. But then once you get there, you have to catch up. That's the first part of the saying, right? So you're, just drinking enough to be satiated and feel like you're good. And then, again, you don't want to carry a lot to the next source, so you camel up. Meaning, you fill up a liter and just try to chug it down. And usually I can't get down a whole liter, but you're trying to just get as much in your body as possible, so that you can hike on for maybe the next hour without drinking much more than just a couple little sips, because you have so much water in your body. And you got to figure out how to play that game right for your body, but it allows you to carry a little less than you would otherwise. And you find that the rule of thumb is maybe 4 miles to a liter of water that you need. But if you play this catch-up, camel-up game, you can stretch that to sometimes to more like 6 or 7 miles per liter that you have to carry. And so it's a good game to figure out how to play. But you don't want to do it if you don't have water sources you can count on. So, if you're coming up to a water cache where someone's supposedly left bottles of water or something like that, you don't really want to do that. You want to carry enough to get you there and have a little left over just in case it's not there and you have to make it to the next source. So you got to be smart. A bunch of the day was spent hiking through the desert mountains, kind of like you can see over there, out there. But we're glad to be in the pines again. And we found a great place to stop for lunch under big pine trees. And we've kind of moved into a different area. And you can see off in the distance here some big old mountains, and I wish I could sound smart and tell you what they are, but I have no idea. I assume we're heading that way. It's beautiful though. Nice to be able to see out that expanse. Well, a couple hours ago, or maybe more, clouds started to build up just a little bit, and I started praying for more clouds. And I think I shouldn't have been doing that because they're not thick, but they're, you know, it's dimmed the sun for sure, which is what I was hoping for. But for the first time since we've been out here, it's humid. So somehow it's locked in some moisture, or maybe some kind of little fronts moving in or something. But anyway, it's more stifling than it was when the sun was cooking. What a beautiful evening. We were hiking way back there. You can't even hardly see it, but those mountains you can barely see. Just a little bit ago, and we went down to kind of highway level, if you can see the highway way out there. And then in the last hour, we've climbed up to here. Wearing way to end the day, but look at that beautiful sky. And we are within, maybe a quarter mile of a tent site, so we're going to stay there. We will have done just a little over a 20-mile day today. Magnificent. Okay, so can you tell me your names?
Miguel and Marta.
All right.
Marta and Miguel.
She says it better.
Yes.
He's my husband for how many years?
A few, 30 something.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Just almost too much? Almost too many years?
No. We need more to come. Wonderful years.
Miguel and Marta
Yes.
Yeah.
just walked by when we're in our tent. You guys can't tell from the video, but we are in our tent right now. And they just walked by and said, "Hey, are you sleeping?"
Oh yeah, I have.
And we said, "No, do you need something?" And they said,
Can I give you?
"We have fresh fruit and snacks," and they just gave them to us up here on this mountain, and we are amazed, and you guys are the best.
Thank you.
We'll try.
So
we
thank
showed,
you so much.
The word that is more not good people than that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
So don't think that bad people are taking over this world.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, that was crazy. We're like way up on this mountain. It took us forever to get up here. So those people live down in the town down from here, and they just hike up here every once in a while to give trail magic to hikers. And so, you know, anyway, you heard it, but I just wanted to respond to that. They were the sweetest people. We talked for a long time about a lot of stuff. They're great. And they want to know our names, and they want to know if they can follow our videos and different things. And anyway, so I just want to say to them, Miguel and Marta, you are fantastic, and you do prove that the world is full of good people, and you are two of the best. So God bless you, and we're going to bed. Bye. Oh, and the orange was delicious. It's a beautiful morning. We made it to the top of the mountain last night and got set up. And of course, we saw the trail magic stuff. And I don't know, neither one of us slept very well last night, but I think we're doing okay today. It's interesting, we heard tons of wind all night long, but not a bit of it even touched our tent, so we must have been in some kind of little bowl or something. But anyway, it's a nice morning and we're expecting it to get hot again later, so we'll try to get in what we can before it gets too bad. Well, the timing didn't work out very well. We're back in the beautiful pine forest mountains for a big chunk of the morning. It was gorgeous. And now it's lunchtime. And this is where we are. Not much opportunity for shade. So we're just trying to get a little ways, see if we can't find some weird shade spot to hunker under, eat something, take a little break. The wind keeps going. It's been blasting pretty good most of the day, which has been nice. Up here it's nice too, but it's also, you're a little more exposed, so it's kind of gusting around, blowing you around more. But it's better than just stagnant, dry, hot air. Well, we found one little bit of shade to get most of our bodies in. Not all, there's a little sun on our legs, but anyway, just enough to choke down lunch, and then we're on our way. I believe that is a forest ranger station right over there, and we have heard, we don't know for sure, it's supposed to be a water source, but literally people say, you know, there's like a 5-gallon jug out there that some guy fills up once in a while, and it's like, so you can't count on it. So we're carrying more water than we probably need to, because there's probably going to be water there, but there might not be. Then, to make it even better, the last couple of weeks, we've heard that the last couple of weeks there's a ranger there who's has like cold cokes and stuff for people, for hikers. So we're hoping and praying there's a cold coke waiting behind that door for us, but there might not be, and there might not even be water, so we will see what happens. Well, we're here and there is no one in sight, so we will not be getting cold cokes, but lucky for us, jugs of water. So we'll have some fresh water to filter and get on. We were going to be a little tight if we had to make it to the next location, so this is nice to see. Well, we're just leaving the ranger center, and next water is 4.2 miles away. There's also some tent sites near there, so that's where we're heading, which would be somewhere around 19 mile a day. So that's, I don't know, more than maybe we should be doing right now, but it's not even 2:30 and doesn't make sense to stop now. It's really hot out though. It's been measuring 90, I think, in the shade, so it's definitely hotter than that, you know, out here in the sun. And I gotta finish my thoughts because I got a climb coming right here. We carried a little more water than we would normally because it's so hot. and there's so much downhill. Our knees are hurting us, and we're moving a little slower. And so we're carrying, for 4 miles, might only carry, 3/4 to 1 liter at the most. But I'm carrying about 1.5 liters just because I think I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna be sweating a lot. So the thermometer's showing about 101, 102 under the umbrella now. It is hot, man. I'm dripping sweat. We got lots of water though. I think we're good. And just these umbrellas are lifesavers. So every time that we get, a little breeze come through, you just got to stop and just let it cool you off. And there's no way to measure it, but man, it drops your body temperature so much because you're drenched in sweat, and there's pretty good breezes going on. So yeah, as long as that breeze keeps up, and I think we'll be okay. About maybe 1.5 miles to the water, something like that.